That's exactly what just went down between Pauline Hanson and Anthony Albanese. And let me tell you, it wasn't just a clash of opinions. It was a collision of two completely different visions of Australia. Hanson didn't just argue, she detonated. Stay till the end, because what she said next might change how you see this entire debate. Before we dive in, drop a comment telling me where you're watching from. Let's see how far this story's reached. Pauline Hanson isn't new to political storms. She's been weathering and creating them for almost 3 decades. The fiery redhead behind One Nation, she's built her career on blunt talk and nationalist pride. On the other side, Anthony Albanese, Australia's Prime Minister, the calm, calculated leader of the Labour Party, trying to project stability in a shaky economy. These two have history. Every election cycle, every big immigration policy, every cultural debate, they end up on opposite sides of the battlefield. But this time, it wasn't a parliamentary debate or a tweet storm. It was live television. No spin team, no filters, just two very different Australias staring each other down. And when Hanson took that microphone, the temperature in the studio dropped about 10 degrees. But what triggered it? Let's rewind. It started simple. A TV host asked Hanson about Gazan refugees, families who'd escaped war and were now living in Australia on temporary visas. The question was meant to be balanced. Isn't it a bit soon to send them back? Hamas still controls parts of Gaza. The place is in ruins. You'd expect a politician to dance around it, but not Pauline. Without missing a beat, she said, "No, I don't think it's too soon. They shouldn't have been brought here in the first place." Then came the line that split the nation. "Send them back now." Silence. Even the host blinked. But Hanson didn't stop. She doubled down, said they should have gone to Muslim countries instead, not Australia. Then she lit the fuse. "My obligation is to the people of Australia first and foremost." That one sentence, 5 seconds of airtime, became front-page news. Because for some, it was patriotism. For others, prejudice. And that's exactly how Hanson likes it. Quick check, do you think she went too far, or was she just saying what many are afraid to say? Drop your take in the comments. This wasn't just about refugees, it was about frustration. Housing prices are skyrocketing. People can't find rentals, families living in cars, couch surfing, struggling to make ends meet. So when Hanson says, "Look after Australians first," it lands hard. She's tapping into something real, that quiet resentment building in suburban kitchens. It's simple, emotional, powerful, and that's the secret source of Hanson's rhetoric. But the simplicity cuts both ways. Because while the crowd's cheering, others are pointing out the obvious. You can't send people home when their homes are literal piles of rubble, and yet... Pauline doesn't blink. That's her brand. No apologies, no backpedal, no political polish. Every time she says something outrageous, she dominates headlines for a week. That's not chaos, that's strategy. Here's what a lot of people miss. For Hanson, every outrage is oxygen. The more backlash she gets, the more airtime she earns. This time, she went further, claiming 70 to 75% of people from Gaza support Hamas. That stat exploded online. Fact-checkers tore it apart. Supporters cheered. Critics called it dangerous. But Hanson didn't care about accuracy. She cared about impact. Then she dropped her numbers. 11,000 comments. 100,000 people backing me. Are those real figures? Doesn't matter. In politics, perception beats precision. She knows that looking like the voice of the people wins more hearts than quoting reports. If you've ever seen a politician spin outrage into power, hit that like button right now. You'll spot the pattern instantly. Now, let's talk about the man in the crosshairs, Anthony Albanese. He's walking a tightrope. On one side, compassion and global image. On the other, border security and public anger. When Hanson called him out for lying on live TV, for hiding visa details and rushing approvals, he tried to stay calm. His team cited security vetting and humanitarian obligations. But to the average viewer, it just sounded like more government spin. And here's where Hanson wins the optics game. She speaks in feelings, not policy papers. She paints herself as the honest Aussie battler saying what the elites won't. And in today's media world, emotion always beats logic. Because people don't remember policy details. They remember how someone made them feel. This fight isn't just about refugees, it's about who gets to call this place home. For decades, Australia's been proud of its fair go culture, helping those in need, giving everyone a chance. But that's colliding with the new reality: overcrowded cities, housing shortages, inflation. The question tearing the country apart is simple. Are we still the land of opportunity, or have we quietly decided we're full? Around the world, populists are riding this same wave. Protect our borders. Our people first. From the US to the UK, it's the same message with different accents. And Hanson, she's surfing that global trend like a pro. So when she clashes with Albanese, it's not just a TV spat, it's a snapshot of where Australia stands in 2025, divided, defensive, and unsure what fairness really means anymore. Quick poll, what's your definition of fairness? Helping everyone or helping your own first? Comment below, I want to read your take. Let's get real. Every time Pauline Hanson opens her mouth, media outlets go nuts. They criticize her. And in doing so, they amplify her. Even people who disagree still share her clips, mock her quotes, tag her online, and boom, free publicity. It's the classic attention economy trap. Outrage, clicks. That's how one nation stays relevant. They don't need mainstream approval, they need conversation. And that's exactly what Hanson just sparked again. Because she's not trying to win over everyone. She's talking to the frustrated, the tired, the ones who feel ignored. And even if they don't vote for her, they listen. That's power. Since that interview, the political fallout's been massive. Labour's trying to move on, but the clip keeps resurfacing. Hanson's team is milking it, turning it into emails, speeches, campaign clips. One Nation's social pages are booming again. The Liberal Party's caught in the middle, unsure whether to condemn her or quietly borrow her talking points. Even Albanese's allies admit the PM looked uncomfortable, defensive, not great optics in an election year climate. And here's the kicker. Hanson doesn't need to be right, she just needs to be loud. And right now, she's the loudest voice in the room. Here's where things get uncomfortable. This debate isn't just about Pauline Hanson or Anthony Albanese, it's about us. Because every time a refugee story breaks, we rush to pick sides. We stop seeing people, we see categories. Australians versus them. And that's the real tragedy. It's easy to cheer, send them back when you've got a roof over your head. It's harder when you imagine holding your kids on a plane, praying someone will let you land. Empathy doesn't trend on social media, outrage does. And that's why this story blew up. It's emotional TNT, packaged as patriotism. So yeah, Pauline Hanson just destroyed Anthony Albanese on live TV, in the sense that she controlled the moment, the message, and the aftermath. But what she really destroyed was the illusion that this country agrees on what fairness means anymore. Whether you love her or loathe her, she's forcing Australia to look in the mirror. Are we a nation built on compassion or on caution? The answer's up to all of us. If you watched this far, type "still watching" in the comments. I want to see the legends who stick around to the end. Smash that like button if you think politicians should face tougher questions. Subscribe for more political breakdowns. And remember, in a world full of noise, the loudest voice isn't always the smartest, but it's always the one that gets heard first.